February 22nd, 2002, Friday. Forgot to mention, last night, my wrist bracelet thing almost broke. Well, it did break, but didn't come off completely. It's broken once before, but I caught it before it completely come off. Same thing as tonight. I bumped up against the door handle and caught it with my other hand. For some reason, it is my one thing. I've had it on since June 17th, 1998, almost 4 years. I had to fix the part where it broke. Just thought I'd tell you. Mom came home sick from work today around 2 p.m., and I didn't get out of bed until 3:30 p.m. Had a nice cruise to work and worked at 6. Normal Friday night. Kind of slow, but still a lot of things to do. Cleaned all of the shows. No one helped. Kind of pissed about that. I actually helped a bit in concession. Eric was scheduled back there, so I backed them up and we joked and shit to make the time go by quicker. Lance, Eric, and I went to get salads from the managers and just sat at the Hofbrauhaus. I forget how to spell Hofbrauhaus. For 20 minutes, drinking free, really good cherry Coke, so like a half dozen cherries. Meanwhile, all the girls were closing concession. As soon as we got back, everyone was just fucking around instead of cleaning concession, so I left. Jennifario and Forhelli were down there. I thought I'd mention that. Everybody was going to go out and eat and then go to Lance's, hang out, and spend the night. I wanted to see my crew. I was hoping Marilyn was in town. She wasn't. When I was leaving, I came upon a paper, colored in crayon frog, taped to my truck window. I assumed Jennifario and Forhelli put it there. It was very nice. Driving home, I was almost in my hood. Well, I was in my hood, but not to Will's yet. Anyway, I was driving down 87th and stopped at a stoplight and looked in my rearview and saw a girl in the car behind me bawling her eyes out. And it made me feel weird. Probably, as some of you will someday know, it is something that I envisioned and put into Halsey 51st. We drove for a few blocks with her crying behind me, and then she turned off by Video Library. I took the next turn and went back to try and find her. I did. She was parked on the side of the road, car idling. I stopped and approached her. She rolled down the window, tears in her eyes. I said, "Hi, I don't mean to bother you, but I saw you crying and I wanted to give you this," I said as I handed her the colored frog. "You seem to need cheering up, and I just wanted to tell you people in the world do care." She looked at me. "I know you." "Brett Coker?" ? She asked. It was Kim, a girl I went to junior high and high school with. She was kind of a gangsta girl, but was always nice to me. I told her I saw her crying and that I wanted to cheer her up with the frog. She was shocked by this. She said it really meant a lot to her. I hoped it did. She asked if she could give me a hug, and I, of course, obliged her. And then I noticed in the back seat was a baby in a car seat. It was her son. He had cute little eyes. Anyway, I did my good deed for the year, and I feel good, and I hope she feels better. And that's my story. Interesting addendum to that is the exact spot we were parked on Gillette. Kind of Gillette in like 88th or something like that. And like we were parked right next to this apartment complex, and the exact same building that we were parked next to, I ended up living at like a decade later. I got to Will's after that. Will, Kirk, and Tim were the only ones there. Like always, we just sat, listened to music, and drank. It's 2:05 a.m. Saturday now. I'm watching Jaws as I write this. Time to get some rest, but I might want to write more. End quote. I know I'm still far from you, and it feels like I'm still far from home. Newfound Glory, song, Third and Long.